Hi everybody, want to demonstrate to you my new controller for the Burning Switch Tower. This is it, the Lionel Burning Switch Tower, based on the post-war Switch Tower. They made this repro about, 25 years ago? It's been that long. This is like the old Switch Tower, the post-war one. It's got a crew that can go up and down the stairs and in and out of that top door. It also has house lights, but this also has fire and smoke effects, and I added myself a strobe effect in the first floor to make it look like there's an electrical fire starting. Here is the controller. It's an Arduino Uno with the Proto Shield on top. I'm going to zoom in on the terminals. The terminals to, to your left, those are the connections to the cab, not the cab one, to the command base. And there's the command base. Through the RS-232, I'm going into a software serial channel on pin 6 to transmit data from the command base to the Uno. I do not use 0 and 1 for the onboard serial. I leave that so I can use that channel through the USB to the computer to do any diagnostics I have to. The proto board also has power terminals. We've got 8 there, starting on the right. That's the input for the house light, the output, then input for, I believe that's the strobe and the output, input for the fire and smoke, output, and then input for the crew, and then the output to the crew. I have 4 separate inputs for different voltages. That strobe light I've got really should be working on about 24 volts to get the right speed on it. And of course, fire and smoke need to be on 18 as well as the crew, but the house lights are on 14 volts. And I've got that all coming from an LW there. Good old LW, very versatile. All right, so what can this do? Well, oh, by the way, let me just show you a couple more things. There is a run program switch, that little micro slider. That's your run program switch for any TMCC device. You need that to set the ID number. Then the white ICs are the opto isolator TRIACS, and those drive the power TRIACS. Most of those are 4 amps. The one on the left is, that's a 6 amp TRIAC. That's for the crew. So we've got good isolation between the Uno and all the AC power, and you want that. All right, so let's get the cab 1 here, and what we're going to show you first is the simplest function, and that is on the cab 1. Let me see if I can pull out a little. Okay. On the cab 1 with buttons 1 and 4, I can cycle the house light, and that's just a simple toggle. So I push 1 and 4 on the handheld, and I'll cycle the house light. The only other function really is starting and stopping the animation sequence, but I can also, again, if the program switch, the run program switch is in the program position and I hit an accessory and ID number and then the set button on the cab 1, and you all know that, there it is, that will set the new ID. And then you flip it back to the run position and it'll do what it's supposed to do. The one function left to show you is actually starting the animation sequence, and that I do with the aux1 button. The aux2 button or the halt button, that little triangle, that will stop the animation sequence and reset the accessory to just sitting there with the house light on. So let's go ahead and start it. It does nothing for about a second, and then, oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, there's something going on the first floor. It looks like an electrical fire starting. Oh, and there goes the fire. All right, so we'll just wait around. There, there is the crew moving around, wondering what they're going to do. And they go again. Sooner or later, you'll start to see the smoke coming out. Oh, there it goes. There's some smoke. And this runs for about 60 seconds, and then it will reset. I guess if you really wanted to, you could add something else like a fire siren going off, or another sound buzzer or something like that you would get from modern fire equipment. And then, like I said, it resets, so the crew is stopped, and the house light has gone back on again. So once again, I will hit aux 1. The sequence will start again. And if at any time I hit aux 2, it'll reset and go back to where it was at the beginning with just the house light on. Okay, aux 2. There it goes. So we reset. And again, the Halt button does the same thing. So, how much time did this take? Well, the programming really wasn't that bad. It's about 210 lines of programming. There is a function to read the TMCC channel, and another function to set the state of all the features on this thing. Basically, I pass one number to that function, and the number is parsed bitwise to figure out which things should be on and which things should be off. Building the proto board, let's say an hour and a half of work. There might be about let's just say there might be about $7 or $8 worth of hardware there. Actually, the opto-isolator TRIACS are not aren't the least expensive items you can buy. I think I paid about $1.50 for each of those. TRIACS are fairly cheap, and there's nothing else on there but some 470 resistors, and that's to drive the LED side of the opto-isolator. And that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will get this up on YouTube. You're probably watching it now on YouTube, and you can see what I'm up to. So there's another wonderful Arduino Uno project with 3-rail trains. And I hope you enjoyed this, and as I do some other things, I'll let you know. The next project I have in mind is a very good animation sequence and some added features to the 175 rocket launcher. And I'll tell you about that whenever I get to it. Bye-bye.